Hello, how is everybody today? I'm still not sure how to do lighting without having the glare hitting my glasses. See, if I take them off, not so much glare, but maybe I need to get non-glare glasses next time. Excuse me. So, I don't know, maybe I'll play with some of the light a little. I feel like, well, I mean, that's better lighting, but then you see the light in my eyes. I don't have any professional lighting equipment, just a really bright light bulb. So, how is everybody? I hope everybody's doing well. I don't know about where you guys are, but it is very hot and humid here. And it's acting like it's going to rain, so I don't know when it's going to rain, but hopefully that'll be soon. I've tried out something new this week. I don't know if you've heard of face yoga. Have you heard of that? Well, the stuff I've found seems more like face exercises because I do some yoga, and yoga is not exactly what they're doing. So yoga, you usually hold a pose for a certain amount of time, but these are actually mostly exercises. So I started doing that a few days ago, and I wanted to see if I could get rid of some of this here and these gel thingies. So I figure I'll look in a week or two and see if it looks any different. But I'll put a link to that in the comment, not the comments, in the description below. Other than that, I went to Aldi this past weekend, and I don't know if I mentioned this before, but the Aldi near us, it was closed for about a month because they were doing renovations. And sorry, I had to move something. And it's open now, and it's rearranged, and it's a little bit bigger, but a lot of the prices have gone up. Now, they haven't gone up enough for me to say I don't want to go to Aldi anymore, but they've gone up enough that I feel like if I don't make it to Aldi, it's not going to be that big a difference. So, but maybe the prices will come back down again. I don't know. But for the things that I buy, a lot of the prices went up. So that's a bummer. I have a little bit of notes because memory problems. Oh, there's a Hobby Lobby near me now, which as soon as I saw it, I was in the car with my son and his girlfriend, and I went, Hobby Lobby! Because as my sister knows, she'll attest to this. Every time I go down to Texas to visit her, I say, Hobby Lobby, Hobby Lobby, we have to go to Hobby Lobby. Because I think it's a fun craft store, and I really like the decor they have there. Like, they'll have cute little signs and stuff for your house, and they'll have a lot of items on clearance. I don't know, I like it. It's different than most of the craft stores around me. We've got a Michael's, and we've got an AC Moore. I like AC Moore a lot, but it's pretty expensive. A lot of the time you have to wait till there's sales. And there's expensive stuff at Hobby Lobby too, but there's also lots of fun stuff. So I know there's like a thing in the news lately. I don't know if it's lately or if I just noticed it lately, that about Hobby Lobby having contributed to destroying historic items. I don't know. They bought a bunch of stuff, maybe on the black market. I don't really understand all of it, but they're paying some fee, not fee, but like recompense to a certain government, and they returned some items. I don't know if they've returned all the items, but the thing is, the items are no longer, they don't know where they came from, specifically, like specific places. I may be getting this news wrong, so I apologize for that. Don't take me as your news source. Especially if you knew the kind of spaghetti cross-wired mess going on up here, you definitely wouldn't take me as a news source, but you might want to look it up. So they're paying a fine, and they've returned items, but there are people that are boycotting them because basically they can't figure out where the different items came from, like specific locations and stuff. And that's because I guess Hobby Lobby bought through some group of people that were paying thieves to take stuff, so there's not the documentation. I don't know, the way I feel about stuff like this, I don't like it. I tell you what I don't like too is ISIS or ISIL or IS or whatever you want to call it, going in there and defacing things in some of these countries where they have monuments and stuff that are thousands of years old, just because they represent a different deity, or because they represent a human, and you're not supposed to have representations of humans. So I don't like that either. I don't know why I compared it to that, honestly. Now that sounds really... I don't think I'm making my argument right. Well, here's my argument, is that, first of all, I think that companies can realize after the fact that, okay, maybe something is wrong here, and make up for the fact, and you can still see them as a good company. I mean, I don't want to give examples, because then I don't want to make people feel bad about companies. Younger people than me that don't know things that different companies have done in the past. Listen, it's like people. People learn and grow and change. Now, if they were doing this stuff now, maybe I might boycott them or whatever. I don't know. But I don't like to hold the past against people. I just don't. You know, I have enough stuff in my past that I've been lucky enough to have people willing to look past those things, and I want to give other people that benefit too. So anyway, I'm getting too philosophical. My point is, I'm going to go to Hobby Lobby, so all y'all that aren't going, I'm getting my southern stuff in there. I lived in Alabama for a while, so occasionally I'll say something. Occasionally I'll say something that sounds kind of southern. So all y'all that don't want to go there, I will be buying the things that you're not buying. Let's see. For dinner last night, Bob made, what is that called? Red curry chicken. And the last time he made the sauce himself, which was amazing. But this time we used this sauce that we got at Aldi, actually. And it was pretty good, but it didn't have the richness, you know. It had a good flavor. And obviously it's faster to make it when you already have the sauce made, so it was really good. Bob cut up red and yellow and orange peppers, you know, like the green peppers, but they're different colors, and we had that, and it was really good. So I should probably try to make something tonight, but I don't know what. I have to go down and take a look, see what there is, or maybe he'll want to order pizza. I don't know. We finished watching Smallville. I know we're behind the times, but we finally got to the end of Smallville, so now we have a show hole to fill. But we're almost ending the Blacklist, and then I think we're gonna move on to, what is that called? Fargo, the current season of Fargo, or I don't know if it's done now, but we have it recorded. We saw the first 2 seasons, and they were a lot of fun, so I'm looking forward to this season. Although I haven't heard any hype about it, so I don't know. I don't know. As far as movies, there haven't been any movies that have come out recently that I've wanted to see. I am really, really looking forward to the Dark Tower movie. That has got to be one of my favorite series of all times, is the Dark Tower series by Stephen King, and it's not a horror story. It's I mean, I guess it has a little bit of elements of horror every now and then, but it's not a horror story. It's like a sci-fi western epic, and the characters are really interesting, and I just love it. I just love it. I want to reread it, but I can't find my first book, so I might have to rebuy the first book. I don't keep all the books. When I read books, I'll either go to the library or I'll rent them, or you can borrow books. You can borrow books through the library sometimes on the Kindle. But for those books, I bought all of them because, well, first of all, I wanted to read them as soon as they came out. After I got past the first and second ones, I was like, this is great. I have to see them. I have to read them when they come out. So a lot of them are hardcover that I have. But if I like a book a lot, I will keep the books. The ones that are like, I like them, but I don't need to have them, I'm probably not going to read them again, those books. I will usually take them to, we have a used bookstore that you bring books in and you get some credit, and then when you buy your next set of books, you get to use 50% of that credit. It's not 100% of it. Like, say if you bring in a book and they're going to ask $4, when they sell it, they're going to charge $4 for that book. You get $2 credit for that. It's not bad. So I buy some used books, I buy some new books. Not as many as it sounds like I'm buying. I don't buy very many books in a year because I do use the library. But there are some authors that I'm like, I either want to support them, so I definitely will buy their book, or I want to keep the book, so I will go buy the book. I don't know why I went into that rant there. Oops. Knocked something over. Yesterday, I tell you what, I spilled tea all over the floor in the kitchen, so then I was trying to clean it up with a towel. That took a very long time. And I had to clean it up again later because everybody was saying it was still a little sticky there. Then I bumped my foot on something that wasn't even sticking out. It was like, I was afraid it was going to be one of those days where I was going to just keep knocking into things. On those days, I just say, I better sit down and not move because I don't know what's going to happen next. I just finished reading a book, and I'm going to do a book review of that, so look for that on this channel. And other than that, I hope everybody has a great week and a great weekend, and I hope to talk to you soon. Bye. Is it on? I can't see it. Is it on?